was racking my brain just trying to think of something, and it never came to me. And then when it did, I realized I can't say that when red lights on.
Hey, this is different. Does anyone else feel weird?
I feel pretty weird.
Always. I
mean,
always feel weird.
I mean, I'm eating on camera, so yeah, I feel a little weird, but
hey, some people pay good money for that. Don't sell
That's
yourself
true.
short.
yeah, what are those called? Mukbangs?
We don't need to get into that.
Sure.
Well,
Didn't know that was so controversial, but Stu took it away.
Already starting off terribly, Al. God.
hey, look at this. Look at me. Look at us. This is
This
the all sports scene bracket This is the Astravaganza for March Madness, baby.
March Madness.
My personal favorite sporting event on the calendar, and we thought, hey, everyone else is talking out of their asses. Why, we specialize in that over here. Why don't we just get on here and put together a bracket in front of a live audience and maybe, shed some light on basketball matchups and maybe help you pick your bracket if you so choose. Earlier, we tweeted out a link. You could even join our pool and compete against us in a bracket challenge. Many of us, certainly, at least I'll speak for myself, are college basketball degenerates. Consume far too much of an inferior brand of basketball for our own entertainment. And that's what brought us here today. We're going to talk about this tournament. I guess the first thing we got to get out of the way here is the first four, right? Who play. They start tonight. Starting with Howard and Wagner, which I don't even know where. Does anyone know where either of those schools are?
I'm Wagner on this.
Strong stuff, Al.
Howard's got to be somewhere in Missouri.
Does it?
I don't
Does
know.
it have to be?
Would you like me
Howard
to
sounds like it's in Pennsylvania.
Howard's
in DC.
Well, how do we know he's telling the truth?
I believe him. Look at
He's a history nerd, and Wagner's in New York. Look at that.
There we go. All right, beautiful. That's all I need.
Isn't Howard an HBCU? Oh, yes, it is.
Thought it may have been, but I didn't want to say that and then be wrong. So thanks for doing it.
What does that
It's
have
okay
to do
to
with
be
the
wrong,
bone?
though, Stu.
Beautiful. Firstly, everyone on the panel right now, have we all filled out our brackets?
Yes.
Yes.
Let's go.
But yes.
It's
First-
filled.
Before we even start this thing, let's just go speed round box by box here. Sam, who's your champion?
NC State,
Why?
because they just ran through the ACC tourney. They're on fire.
They're on fire.
Six straight in 6 days. They're on fire.
I don't. Let's see. What I'm looking. What region do we have them? Yeah, the South is an attackable region, though. They're. I don't know how much I like you, but I'll figure it out. Roxy, who's your champion
Houston.
and why?
I don't have an answer. I don't watch any college basketball. I have them beating North Carolina.
Fair enough. That's chalk. I mean, that's chalk on chalk in the championship. That's never a bad bet. And folks,
I should say though, real quick, I do
Yeah.
look at all the picks and take into consideration like the strength of schedule and stuff like that. Because you got some fuckers that are like 32-0, but then their strength of schedule is like 189. So
that's right. There are a few of those here. But yeah, I mean the beautiful thing about March Madness, about the NCAA tournament, and about everyone filling out brackets, you don't have to know a single goddamn thing to fill out a bracket, because there's someone at some point did the math on the statistical probability or likelihood of you getting every pick right, and it's like it's basically like, it's not literally impossible, but it might as well be impossible mathematically. You can't get every pick right, And even people who are experts who consume even more college ball than I do are not going to necessarily get it right. There's always going to be some, I mean, it's college basketball. Anything can happen. Obviously, I mean, we had Fairleigh Dickinson, 16 seed, beat a 1 seed last year.
They were Fairleigh Dickinson.
They sure were. Shortest team in the tournament. Anyway, that was already a tangent. Celeste, who is your champion?
I have Houston as well.
Wow.
What?
Real original.
I know.
Why?
Who's asking you why? Sorry, I'm printing. And so
yeah, that's good. That's good.
Unless you're printing your bracket, then.
I'm not printing my bracket, so I'll go fuck myself. No, because I mean, they're consistently good. They have experience in the tournament. And there's, like Roxy said, I go off of strength of schedule a lot too. I think that matters because you get the little schools you never heard of, and it's like, oh, they went 30-3 this season. Great. Also, I've never heard of a single school that they played. Is this D2? I don't know. So I have, I mean, at the end of the day, it's going to be a toss up, I think, between like the 1 and 2 and some 3 seeds, but Houston's a good bet in my opinion. I
mean, Houston, that program over the last 5-6 years has emerged as perennially one. I mean, they really righted that ship in Houston, where they've started to do the thing that a lot of local teams here haven't been able to do, which is retaining local talent. I mean, you think of Houston, obviously there's a, I mean, that's the 4th largest metropolitan area in the country. There's a plenty of a talent pool to pull from there. And they've finally been able to do that. Man, they have been something. It's okay. We got 2 Houstons and NC State, which Sam's the only one in the country picking them. Al, who's your champion?
We have Arizona beating Purdue.
Okay.
And that is strictly on vibes.
Sure.
Let's go.
Purdue gives you the type of vibe that they're going to be in the. You know what?
No.
You know what?
Can I?
It's like
what I am good friends with many a Purdue fan, and I have watched.
Sorry.
What?
I'm sorry.
Oh, thank you. And I have watched them choke in so many different phases of March Madness over the last few years.
Yep.
That I really think we're going to get to a point this year where they are going to make the final game, but they will choke miserably and like ruin everyone's hopes and dreams. Because all Purdue fans want is a national championship. And Purdue fans are not going to ever get a national championship because for whatever reason, they can't play in tournament play. Case in point.
Well, I think I have theories as to why that is, but maybe we'll get there.
Okay.
But so I mean that's
the big city are just really scary and they can't compete. But
well, that's also fair. So that's but that's a 2 seed beating a 1 seed. That's much more plausible than Sam's 11 seed.
Never say never.
I don't know what order we want to do things in here. This is a very totally professional and very prepared for show.
Hey, Stoop.
This evening. Yes, sir.
Who's your pick to win and why?
Oh, UConn. Oh my God. UConn.
Back to back
last year.
Yeah. Listen, I hadn't seen. Last year I had heard that they were blowing teams out, but I hadn't seen them play until. I think the NCAA tournament is the first time I actually sat and watched more than just highlights. They were one of the best college basketball teams that I've ever seen. I mean, there are pro teams that they the Bulls beat the shit out of the Washington Wizards the other night. Shout out, Jack. I think this UConn team could probably beat the Washington Wizards. They're so fucking good. They're so good. They're just athletic at every position. They can score 1 million points. They're basically like a pro level team in my opinion. So the only thing in UConn's way, and Sam, if you even want to pull up the that top left region of the bracket here.
It's the Illini.
Well, the it's just I don't know what the committee was thinking, because this region is so stacked compared to the rest. In this region, you have 3 of last year's Final Four teams.
Cut off.
You have UConn, San Diego State, and FAU. So UConn's got to grant them the number 1 overall seed and then throw this gauntlet at them. I mean, they're really going to be put through the paces, and yet I can't see anyone beating them. They're that good. They have had very little roster turnover from last year. They're extremely good.
They lost Adama Sanogo. What are you talking about?
They lost Sanogo, but they still have what's his name, Donovan Kling in the center, and I mean they're just a force.
I mean, Stoop, I watch about 10 seconds of college basketball a year, so when I challenge this, take this with a grain of salt.
Yeah, go ahead.
But like, did the strength of schedule not necessarily factor in at all? Because they had the 80th. They're in 80th.
They're in the they're in the Big East. The Big East is not
what it used to be.
What it used to be at all. But they blow out those teams that they play. It's the same story with like people have for years said the same thing about Gonzaga, who has over these last few years perennially been like a 1 seed or a high seed, and they say, well, Gonzaga plays in the West Coast Conference, and it's a bunch of bullshit. It's a bunch of nothing in that conference. And like, you're right, but when you're beating all those teams by 30 points every game, shit evens out a little bit. So it's a perfectly valid question and contention, Roxy, but they're really damn good.
The season started in November, and the first 5 games that they played was against Northern Arizona, Stonehill, MS Valley, Indiana, and Texas.
To be fair, though, most highly touted college basketball teams, I feel like, play really crappy schools to start the year. So
this has been a big topic of discussion. I forget. There have been a few college coaches kind of going after one another about scheduling these kind of cakewalk games early in the year to pad their win total, where you've got smaller schools paying them to come play or whatever. But like Al said, yeah, to a certain extent, you're going to get that everywhere. All these major conference teams are going to go. Even Northwestern. Why did I say that, Sam?
Northwestern?
Yeah. Even
Remember when they lost to Chicago State?
So that's where I was going. Case in point.
Yeah.
You schedule these cupcake games that you really ought to win on paper.
Don't end up being cupcakes, huh?
Football, they do the same thing in football.
Yes, they do.
Like for Alabama and all those guys. But like, I don't know.
Boy.
I'm not
right into that one. Sam, if you don't mind, pull up the the interactive bracket here. Let's get moving on it.
All right. First, let's bring on one of our guests that we're gonna have here. It's Aaron, 6'3"
Hello.
Whiskey.
What up?
Are you another Illini fan? Are we just loaded with Illini fans on the show?
ILL.
Christ almighty.
I created a 4-minute video or something about my college fanship. So I just like college basketball. I never went to Illinois. I just have a shirt.
Hey,
Yeah, I just have
all
a
right. Sweet. I didn't go to Northwestern. This is perfect.
All right.
I mean,
Nice.
unless that one guy's listening, in which case I did go to Northwestern.
Didn't you go to Northwestern?
Yes,
I've been there.
I have been there, yes. Many times.
I also did not go to Illinois. I just have a father. Eric, if you're watching, I hope you're not.
Wow,
who
congrats.
just he went there 30 years ago, and you just can't let the COVID die.
I mean,
Wonderful.
I didn't go to Syracuse, but I've been there for a few games.
Aaron, have you filled out a bracket?
I've filled out at least 10, 15 brackets. They're all different.
God bless
I'm
you.
obsessive.
God bless you.
Yeah, so
Do you print them all out and like put them on the wall to monitor?
No, they're all electronic. So
let's take the handful that you're serious about, that you actually feel good about, because I know I've done that. I've done that in years past, where you go, let's do the mathematical possibilities here. Let's autofill one.
Yes.
Let's do an all upset bracket. Let's take all chalk for one.
Yes.
But in the I know you have probably one or two that you actually feel good about.
Yes.
So who's your champion?
It's between Houston and UConn, my two best brackets. UConn, I'm hesitant on because the last back-to-back championship was 2006, and before that it was like 1954.
Was that North Carolina?
Florida, I think.
06?
Yeah. I
think 07, 08 was Florida, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, sure.
It's been a while, and it doesn't happen. So I'm thinking Houston, but I want UConn.
You want? Okay, interesting. Is there? Is there a reason?
Just good. They're just a good team. I like UConn women's.
Yeah.
Also, to win, maybe.
When's the last
You got
time?
bourbon on any of them?
I actually haven't bet any whiskey on this. I need to start betting my whiskey on this stuff. I don't know why.
I just ran out of whiskey live on this show just now. So
dang.
Real shame.
I don't think I could run out of whiskey for 30 years. So
yeah, I just want the rest of the panel to note my credibility in that we brought an expert on and she has the same champion I have. I just want to point that out.
Expert. I don't know.
It's gonna be pretty.
I won Lance Briggs's bracket. I beat 5,000 people one time.
What? That's crazy.
Really?
I have also.
That goes to show that's the real theme of this show is whether you watch a ton of college ball or none at all, you've got the same chance at getting it right. Mm-hmm. No one knows what's going to happen at the end of the day. I mean, how many brackets did you do last year,
Aaron? Probably 25.
And did you have? Okay, I assume probably you auto.
They broke. They busted every single one. I did not pick a 16 over a 1. No way.
So I rest my case.
Yeah, no way.
What was the one a few years before UMCB, UCMB, beat Virginia?
Maryland. Yeah. UMBC.
Take a deep breath, dude. It's okay.
I do think I don't know if I'm getting ahead of myself. I do think JMU is going to upset brackets this year. I think that
that segues us perfectly into actually filling this damn thing out.
Excellent.
I'm right there with you on that upset, but I think well, you know what, Sam? We can fucking mix it up. Let's go to the South here.
You want to go to the South? All right.
Yeah, why not? The South, I think Houston has a pretty damn
98% to 2%.
Houston has a pretty damn easy road.
Yep.
However, this still being the ass channel, let us all acknowledge the glory that is Longwood.
Hey, they score more points a game than Houston.
Is it University of Longwood or is it Longwood University? They are here's even more fun from Longwood. They are the Lancers.
I was gonna say, what's their team name? Okay,
they're the Lancers. So an equally phallic mascot for Longwood. They're the Lancers, and they're in the Big South Conference. They must have won the Big South tournament there. They're in Farmville, Virginia. Shout out Jack once again. Virginia mentioned. So they're just stoked to be there. But yeah, I mean, Houston's gonna fucking walk them.
We're going Houston. I guess
Houston. Now
they're gonna get outscored. I mean,
there's the next two games underneath Houston Longwood here. The next two games are some of the more interesting ones.
Your 8 and 9s will be upsets.
Well, See,
Are 8 and 9s really upsets?
They
Not
can
really.
be. They
It's
can be though. People will try to pick the number 8 just because they're the higher seed, and then the number 9 comes in and breaks your bracket.
here's
I
the
think
thing.
Nebraska has the will to win.
I do think Nebraska though on this one.
So, Texas A&M's the hottest team in the country right now.
Are they? In the country?
Arguably, they've been on absolute tear. They tore through the SEC tournament.
Hold up, they were 7-3 over their last 10, and Longwood's 9-1 in their last 10. Let's calm down about hottest team in the country right now.
I was
It's not
hoping
about
to
being
get away with
attracted
it.
to the players.
Longwood knows what they got.
No, these are children now, Celeste. It's not. They're not like our classmates anymore.
They're over 18.
They're babies.
Can I ask a clarifying
College kids cannot
question?
shoot.
Yes, Al.
Of course, babe.
You have the floor.
When they report on team statistics, or 7-3 in the last 10, is that including their conference tournament that they just completed, or is that like regular season?
It looks like regular.
Looks like it's tournament games.
Is it?
Maybe.
I can't
It's
see.
not like- it's the
Because
last
Texas A&M
game.
is not in the Big Ten. Oh,
Texas
Right.
A&M is
So
SEC.
then it wouldn't.
oh,
be-
there we go. Then what? Well,
You're
oh,
looking at
it
this is
wouldn't
showing
be.
Nebraska's.
So then it wouldn't be there.
Texas
There
A&M is
There you go.
9-5.
There you go. There you go, buddy.
I thought it was.
There
just
you
Madeira.
go, buddy.
Yeah, so that any of those numbers should just be their normal schedule and not the championship.
I really like
Al was
Nebraska. I really like Nebraska's point guard, Kisei Tominaga.
Yes, 3-point machine.
The kid is fucking fearless. He's tough as I've seen him hit the deck. I don't know how many times. Kid's tough as nails. So that's the type of story where you could see that kid kind of emerge in this tournament.
AKA the Japanese Steph Curry. That is literally his name. Do you bet against Steph Curry?
Yeah, well, I don't know about like
Mhm.
I'm not gonna put him up there with like Trey Young just yet. Like the way that Trey Young hit shots was something special, but he's close, and he's also the shooting's one thing. Tominaga's a good like point guard though. Like he's a good floor general. I've appreciated him in the Nebraska ball that I've watched. This one's a toss up for me. So I'll leave it to the rest of the panel. You pick 8 or 9.
Straw poll.
Big Ten all the way.
Nebraska.
Big Ten
Okay.
basketball's an oxymoron.
Yeah, well, so I don't know. I guess since we have 2 Big Ten teams in a row here, I can go on my diatribe about the reason that Big Ten teams don't do well in this tournament is because the Big Ten doesn't call fouls correctly.
How dare you?
Every Big Ten basketball game is a fucking football game. It's completely arbitrary when they decide to call fouls. And I think that's why that's a big reason. I think that you learn, you spend all year playing defense a certain way. You get in this tournament where it's not just your league refs. It's not, who knows whose refs it is, at whatever site you're playing at. Suddenly you're getting a lot more hand check calls. You got a couple players fouling out, right? So yeah, panel says Nebraska. We'll go with Nebraska.
Just look at these shooting numbers. Texas A&M can't even shoot.
Mhm.
Oh my god.
We're gonna see, but like I said, toss up to me. If we want to take Nebraska, we'll take Nebraska. Now the next game down, Aaron, I'm gonna give you the floor.
Yeah, this is my upset. You guys can.
This
can
is
vote on
probably
it.
the most popular upset in
Yes.
the whole thing.
Yes. So they do have one top 25 win, and then their points per game is insane. They just go off and go next to down to defense. Where am I at here? I don't know if that's on there.
I got
But yeah,
just points against, but
their strength of schedule does look pretty horrible in this. So But they
You know
just
what, though?
like they're fun
Strength
to
of
watch. They're a really fun team to watch.
They're pretty athletic, and like strength of schedule is what it is. You can only play the team in front of you. They did go 31-3. I mean, it's, any way you slice it, this is pretty damn impressive. when like Power 5 schools could lose to a fucking Chicago State. So yeah, I think this is the most popular upset for any maybe the most popular upset to take. The James Madison is in the Sun Belt Conference. Is that right? Do I have that right?
Yes.
It's on the screen, Stu.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they're the Dukes. They're in Harrisonburg, Virginia. Let's get silly. Let's take James Madison in this game.
You got to ask everyone else, because I know some of the other people were like,
"Well, here's my
schedule matters." This is
I
just
don't.
my random upset here.
Aaron, I don't care what they think. Here,
Damn, okay, I'm gonna just head out. Yeah, bye.
Wisconsin has recovered nicely from kind of a lackluster first half of their year, and obviously they did very well in the Big Ten tournament. Outside of Chucky Hepburn, I just don't know what they have going for them. Anybody? Well, I know you Illini fans certainly got some exposure to Wisconsin. Any thoughts?
Fuck Wisconsin. I hate Wisconsin. They always fuck my bracket, and I want them to lose every time.
All right.
Celeste
we're
says,
we're picking James Madison, see?
All right. Next matchup's real easy.
Oh, my God.
Fuck Duke forever.
I don't know about that one, but I have heard Vermont could be an upset as well. So
Vermont has upset Syracuse in the tournament too many times for me to take them lightly.
Also, fuck Duke.
Fuck Duke.
Fuck Duke forever.
I mean, fuck Duke. I definitely picked them though.
They're gonna lose. They aren't good. Boo,
Duke.
Boo.
Can tell me why we don't like Duke?
How much time do you have?
Yeah. They just do, every sport is just a bunch of douchebags, and they just do bad things, and they let players get away with rape, and I don't know. I could go on a little bit. Yeah,
Shevsky was fucking insufferable.
Just a good old boys university. Yep.
But Grayson Allen played on Duke.
Grayson Allen played on Duke. He's a fucking douchebag.
Christian Leitner. How far back do you want to go?
Grant Hill.
Thank you. Sorry that
Barstool Sports was an NCAA basketball team, it would be
Duke.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I appreciate that comparison.
Yeah, that's a good way to sum it up.
It's gonna be like 3 hours long if we don't.
I just recently saw that like students were tent camping on Duke's campus for the Duke UNC game, and I was like, that just feels like something we shouldn't encourage. But
no, that's why they're the Cameron Crazies. That's why.
Oh no.
All right.
That's a hell of a matchup. 12 versus 13. I hope it happens.
Please, for the sake of, all right, you know what? I don't care if we're correct or not. So
this is not about being correct.
This is about
who do we care about being correct?
Sam, you seem to have feelings on this game.
I also have control of the board.
But go ahead. Tell me why you took NC State Wolfpack as your champion.
Because DJ Burns. Ooh.
They won 6 games in 6 days in the ACC tournament, the mecca of college basketball. That's not easy. So that shows you that they're ready for tournament basketball.
Are they tired though?
No, they're very much alive.
Okay, great. So let's take fucking 11, 12, and 13 in the same region.
God damn right. And then we're going to take 14. We're going to take 10. We're going to take 15.
All right. So Kentucky Oakland is fun. Maybe Aaron, don't answer. Everybody else, where is Oakland University?
Michigan.
It's in Michigan.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
The Oakland Golden Grizzlies in Rochester, Michigan, play in the Horizon League. I mean, they have a better strength of schedule than the upset that we picked. So, but yeah, I mean, Kentucky's going to roll them. Let's be real.
The fucking Horizon.
Fucking take Kentucky.
Look at the
Move
points
on.
per game, though. That they're not even anywhere near JMU. So I mean,
Yeah, no,
But
true,
Kentucky gives
true.
up.
No, JMU puts up points. I mean, take Kentucky,
Holy cow,
Sam.
Wow,
Kentucky
that's really good.
Shoots the hell out of the ball.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
Kentucky does too, though. Yeah,
Wow,
that's insane.
that's impressive. Kentucky, it is.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys discussed this, but I don't think anything below a 1 or 2 seed has ever won the tournament. Do you think that'll happen this year?
Yes.
No.
It's.
Celeste
I
says
mean,
no.
Sam
Sam
thinks-
says yes.
Sam picked NC State before you got on here.
What?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. Sam, let me get your bracket. I want to use your
Boise
bracket.
State. Boise
I have
State, by
watched
the
3
way.
college basketball games this season. I
So-
know what I'm talking about.
Boise State, by the way. Oh, it looks like did they win their first
It
4
looks
game
like
already?
did.
No.
So everybody knows Boise State for the blue football field that the birds
Yes.
die flying into because they think it's water. NC State's Boise State's never won an NCAA tournament game, despite appearing in the tournament quite a few times. That being said, I don't expect that to change. I think Florida can handle them. I think
What
the
if
competition.
Colorado wins? Does that
And
change? your-
Colorado wins.
Yeah, no, I'm taking the SEC team, the battle tested SEC team over either one of those.
Yeah.
I'm taking
Ooh,
Florida.
see, I picked Boise or Colorado.
I mean, that's fair, Roxy, and like a 10-7 is a popular upset to take every time. And
We
you're
have a
gonna have
50% chance of being right. So it's like,
Yeah.
Their their net ranks are both higher than Florida. That's hilarious.
but I'm taking the SEC team to just be prepared for the round 1 game personally.
Oh, Colorado.
Oh,
Holy
that's right.
moly.
Colorado statistics actually look pretty good,
Really
honestly.
good.
See, this is how you start
That's what-
this is how you start falling in love, and this is how you fuck your bracket up.
Yeah.
You think too hard about it.
No, I'm just impressed.
All right, let's go Florida.
I would
We
go
all
Florida.
We're gonna be here all night.
We are. Marquette and Western
Can't
Kentucky.
wait.
So, according to everybody, Shaka Smart will have. By the way, great fucking name. He will have Tyler Kolek back. They're all saying, Kolek's coming back from a weird oblique injury, but everyone's saying they're going to have him back. And honestly, I think they don't even need him to beat the Hilltoppers of
Yeah,
Western
they could probably
Kentucky.
rest.
Sloppy Hilltoppers.
well,
They
where do
did-
we think the Hilltoppers are from?
I'm going to
There.
guess Western Kentucky.
Western Kentucky.
Wrong.
Connecticut.
Isn't there a Lombard or something team?
They're in
called-
they're in Bowling Green, Kentucky.
Mhm.
Yeah, that place.
They play in the Venerable Conference USA. So yeah, we're taking Marquette over
Marquette's
over the Hilltoppers.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah,
we want to go
easy.
back up and start over with the East, or we want to
Yeah.
go down?
Yeah, do this one's a fucking gauntlet, man. First
So
of all,
this is a gimme.
I
Get
mean,
outta
well,
here.
I mean, hey, congrats to Stetson. It's their first ever appearance in the Big Dance.
Look, they've only had one shot
Just
against the
the
top
ones.
25. Okay, that's not enough to judge them.
And anybody on the panel, you know what Stetson's mascot is?
It had a cowboy hat. I don't know what it is though.
I'm gonna guess
It's-
it's the Hatters.
It's the Hatters, and their
Dang.
logo is a hat,
Yep.
and that's
It's
fun.
a hat?
That's fun.
Who has UConn even lost to this year?
Yeah, I mean,
Great.
UConn's. It doesn't matter. UConn's winning it.
That's a
also.
hat. Yep.
So we're
I
taking
see it
UConn.
now.
Yeah,
They
this
can't
next-
shoot free throws. They're done. They're
Okay.
done for.
Next game, we're taking FAU, and then we'll go down to.
I
I
mean,
took Northwestern here.
I would take Northwestern just
Don't.
for
Don't.
just
Don't.
take
down. If
They're
you want-
50.
if
You,
They're
see,
net
now
ranked.
you're falling in love. You're like making a mistake because you're
No.
overthinking
No.
your grammar.
Listen. If you want to be correct, FAU is a Final Four team last year.
Yeah.
Northwestern.
Yeah,
Northwestern.
yeah.
Just
Ty
put Northwestern.
Berry, our primary 3-point shooter, is out for the season. It seems at this point doubtful that we'll have big man Matthew Nicholson back. With Nicholson back, we stand a chance. Without him, we stand no chance. You've got
his numbers are awful though.
Go Owls.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
He's a presence, but without his size and strength down there, there's nothing Northwestern can do. They're banged up, and I mean between Boo Boo, I mean it's great to have a guy like Boo Booey that can get a shot any time of the game, but that's one guy. It's not. It's just I fear that it's not enough firepower. And besides Bowie and Brooks Barnheiser have played ungodly minutes down the stretch here because of the injuries to Ty Berry and Matthew Nicholson. So every bracket I've done, I've taken FAU here. Sorry. Also, it's wishful thinking on my part, if I'm being honest, because if Northwestern should get past FAU, UConn will put 120 points on us on national television
while giving up 123.
And I don't want that. I would rather just lose in the first round than be absolutely humiliated by UConn.
Some of us like being humiliated. Jesus.
Listen, this isn't the platform for your kinks, Sam.
It's exactly my platform.
Coming down here to another Final Four team from last year. You got San Diego State UAB. Aaron, you have thoughts?
I absolutely picked the Aztecs here just because they are a pretty good team, even though they're in the Mountain West. That's where you're gonna get the seeding at. So I'd go Aztecs here.
Yeah, we're taking the Aztecs all day, baby. Although UAB has a pretty cool mascot. It's a dragon, and what the fuck are they called? The Blazers. So that's pretty cool. Aztecs Blazers is a pretty cool mascot matchup.
That's kind of cool.
You got like 6 different teams in this fucking thing that are the Bulldogs. You got a bunch of Cougars, a bunch of Wildcats, but Aztecs Blazers is unique. We like that.
If looking at Julie's comment about the Gorgonzola cheese, I personally think that if Julie made a bracket, she would do fucking awesome because she is not overthinking any of this shit in the slightest.
This is my point. This is my point. This is the theme. The theme of this whole thing is that it's probably honestly the less you know, the better. At the end of the day.
We wanted to pick Northwestern, and you wanted to put facts into it. So
I know too much.
See, that's what I told all my teachers too. Is the less you know, the better off you are. So.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you told me you know too much.
I could also see that.
No.
So somebody on our board here has I don't know, a paper or two published by Yale. Care to comment, person I'm talking about?
I don't like bragging about it.
It's not you.
Oh, that's right. Mine was Harvard. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard that Yale could upset Auburn. I think that's stupid. I think Auburn will win.
I tend to agree with you. Yale's coming off a heater. They just won the Ivy League, and a lot of people are picking this upset. I'm not buying it. Bruce Pearl, the Auburn coach, is one of the best game prep coaches in the business. And I mean, just SEC talent versus Ivy League talent. There's no way I'm taking Yale. I'm taking Auburn.
Auburn.
Correct. Yes.
Charles
Barkley and Frank Thomas's alma mater. Perlman? Is it Pearl? Yeah, it's Pearl,
Bruce
right?
Pearl.
Bruce Pearl.
Yeah, I thought so.
That dude's a psychopath.
He sure
is a little crazy. Looks like he's doing cocaine on the sidelines. I don't know.
I mean,
maybe a little.
Whomst among us.
Politically incorrect. I don't know.
So we've got Bayou against Duquesne.
Now, who knows anything about Duquesne? Or
who knows anything about soaking?
I
know a lot about soaking.
Oh.
All right.
Care to share?
BYU is in a very Mormon adjacent town. And so all of those boys are virgins.
Hell yeah.
They just have to soak. They're
Let's
going
go.
to fully just beat wherever or whatever a Duke Quaney is. And that's it. That's all I got.
I like that logic. Let's go BYU.
They're gonna soak in the moment.
Duquesne, of course, is a story in this tournament because they are led by LeBron's high school coach. But yeah, they're not beating BYU. A lot of people think BYU should have actually been seated higher anyway. I don't know what they feed those kids out there, but yeah, the soaking gives them superpowers.
Well, before we get to this next matchup,
Sam's gonna show the tweet now. Go ahead.
I'm gonna show you who decided that this is a good matchup.
There you go, buddy.
The CTE pick
CTE
there.
ESPN.
Yeah.
Morehead State, all the way. Antonio Brown believes in their mission.
Yeah, really great that it's spelled Morehead also.
Right.
Like you can't even get around it.
Brian, I would say pronunciation means very little. Nothing really matters.
I mean, I could speak to the strength of the Illini, but multiple people here.
No, like genuinely, I've watched one too many games of the Illini this year, and like they play very sloppy. I'm not a I'm not a basketball expert, but like this could be an upset. Like I would not be surprised if U of I lost.
They do play defense very horribly. So unless they can get every single shot to fall, they do have the opportunity to lose because they don't play defense.
They're not going to lose this game.
Morehead State is a very good defensive
I agree
team.
on that. I don't think they're going to win.
We can even start talking about possible upset in the second round. Morehead State's not going to be able to hang with Terrence Shannon Jr. by himself, honestly.
True. That'll be a 50 point game.
I mean, the kid can get anywhere he wants on the floor. He can get any shot, anytime, and he knows how to just take control of the game. He's pretty good. He's pretty good at basketball. And I think that also Coleman Hawkins, when he decides to like pay the fuck attention and care, it can also be very, very good. So Illinois is not losing that game.
Is Cockburn still there?
Cockburn's not still there. No.
Damn.
He's
Guess he got it fixed.
Korea, isn't he?
You tell me.
I don't know who's Cockburning's in Korea,
but now they have Dane Danger, which is like the next. He's definitely better at basketball than.
What is his name?
Kofi.
Dane Danger.
Hell yeah, that's a dope name. Illinois is gonna win it all now.
Danger Zone.
I got a white rapper from Champaign. They're ready.
Let's go.
Also, shout out to Wisconsin for beating Purdue because that's the only reason U of I won the tournament this weekend.
I would agree with that.
I don't know. I think the way they were playing, the way they were scoring, they probably could have beaten Purdue too. But my mom's alma mater, Drake versus Washington State.
My brother's alma mater.
Yeah, I mean, I'm taking Washington State. I don't think Drake has been consistent enough. I don't think they've shown enough throughout the year. Sam seems to want to take Drake. I don't really give a shit.
He's got a huge penis.
This is also true.
Yeah, sure, penis. All right.
Never go against Drake's penis. You will lose.
That is true.
Things are fucking.
You will die.
Good Lord.
Iowa State.
Yep. Yeah, I'm taking Iowa State. I mean, shout out South Dakota being the Jackrabbits. That's pretty cool.
Jack your rabbit.
Hey.
Sure.
I actually stayed up and watched the North Dakota South Dakota championship, and it was very boring. So they wouldn't be able to do anything.
This and more for poor life choices.
That's all I do. I have a broken back, so I just
wait a
watch
minute,
fucking
Sam.
basketball.
Hang on, we didn't.
I just want to
Wait
see.
a second.
I just want to see who's paying
Get
attention.
out of here.
Yeah, we're doing.
So we got North Carolina against Honus Wagner.
Howard Wagner.
Yeah, Howard Wagner. Honus Wagner is going to lose to North Carolina there. Mississippi State, by all rights, probably should win this game. But
How
I'm
did
just-
Michigan State make it in the damn tournament?
They shouldn't be in.
Okay, look, this is the thing. This is the thing that I say every single year. It doesn't matter how. It doesn't. Every single year, people say this is the year Michigan State's actually not good, and every single year
They make a run.
Tom Izzo gets them to the Sweet 16. It doesn't fucking matter. So Mississippi State is the better team. Should win this game. They won't. Michigan State's not going to lose in the first round of this tournament. They're just not. They just won't. I don't know why. They just won't.
I hate to agree with you.
Tom Izzo will be puffy and red in the face, and Jesus Christ, man, take a Xanax.
They got that dog in them, as they
got that dog in them. They got that dog in them. Here's another very, very popular 12-5 upset to take is this Grand Canyon GCU over the
online university,
over the West Coast Conference
Get your
champion
master's degree
St.
online.
Mary's. I'm good either way. But I know a lot of people are taking GCU. Anybody have any strong feelings?
Let's go
In
GCU.
general,
No, not in general. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, in general. What's up? What's bothering you?
The fact that we're talking sports, and this is the all sports.
allegedly. Allegedly.
I would say just to go off of ass vibes, GCU.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
all right, fuck it.
Fuck it, we ball.
That's
We'll
what the
take-
people
we'll-
want.
We'll
That's
take
what
the
the
12,
people
we'll take
want.
the 12 in every region. Who gives a shit?
Alabama against Charleston.
Alabama might score 120 points in this game.
Yeah,
And
the
they'll-
slaughtering.
And they'll lose by 30.
All right.
Let's go, Charleston.
Yep, go ahead, take Alabama there. Here's another popular upset people are taking because Clemson
No,
got
Clemson.
Easy.
Clemson got their fucking shit rocked by Boston College.
They did.
But
But
also-
they also wrecked a lot of other
This
people.
is one of the matchups that I did look at more in depth when I was picking bracket. Like New Mexico State's stats are not bad. Like they're very good.
no, they are not.
Oh, okay. Well,
But they are a Midwest team. Midwestern Conference is not the best in the world.
Their strength of schedule isn't that bad though, but neither
Yeah,
is
that's
Clemson.
that's what I'm saying. Like their strength of schedule and their record. That's what made me lean more towards the 11.
This will be a really good game.
Now
It
it's
should
got
be.
me
It
thinking.
should be. It should be.
This should be like one of the best games of the first round for sure.
It should be.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, we're gonna take
But
Clemson.
I'm going Clemson.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we don't have to really think about this one.
Just
You got
pick-
Baylor against toothpaste.
you got toothpaste and you got the Bears. Good clean program there at Baylor. Nothing weird ever happens in Waco, Texas. Waco, Texas is just a bastion of good old American values.
Ooh.
Famously
So-
non-problematic Waco, Texas.
Famously
Super.
non-problematic Waco, Texas. Famously non-problematic Baylor Bears. We're gonna go ahead and take the squeaky clean Baylor Bears to win that game. And then Dayton, Nevada is a coin flip as far as I'm concerned, man.
What happened at Dayton? They were like the mecca of everything a couple years ago.
And Northwestern beat them early on in the year before that other stuff happened.
18 strength of schedule, and they still came out 24-7.
I
That's
picked
impressive.
Dayton to win this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, coin flip.
And Nevada's always one of those like sneaky teams that somehow gets in a weird Sweet
I think-
16 Elite
I
Eight
think
run.
see now at this point, if I were filling this bracket out by myself, I'm taking Dayton just because we've already taken so many upsets
Yep.
that statistically you're starting to think, well, there's just no way that all these lower seeds are getting past.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I mean, Long Beach is
We got
Long
a Riz versus Long Bitch.
Long Beach is really funny for a couple reasons. First of all, their coach was fired before
Hell yeah.
their conference tournament, and then they just couldn't stop winning.
They won.
And so they won their conference. Their coach is a lame duck. He's done. He's gone.
Hell yeah.
And
And the
the
vibes
second,
are so high right now, you got to pick them.
speaking of vibes, Samuel, you'll appreciate this. Do you know what Long Beach State's mascot is
Beach.
Beach. It's Beach. Their job is just beach. It's perfect.
You're welcome.
And they're going to get fucking trounced by Arizona. So,
Arizona.
yeah.
Long Beach it is. All right. Now we got the Midwest region.
Speed round, speed round, speed round.
Yeah, we gotta go. We gotta go
Put down.
fast.
You know what? St. Petersburg has the chance to do the funniest thing, and that is beat Purdue again in the Elite Eight. Purdue's gonna win this game, particularly.
No, they won't.
Purdue's going to win that game. Utah State's going to win this game.
Mhm.
And then,
Oh.
Ooh.
and then, if you know what's good for you,
I would
We're
go
gonna
with
pick-
Utah State.
we're going to pick Utah State in this game.
I
But
like
if-
TCU because their mascot's the horned frogs.
the horned frogs is a fucking great time, especially for Texas Christian University in Christian ass Fort Worth, Texas. For them
Horned
to
up
be,
frogs.
for them to be the horned up frogs
Yep.
is really, really fun. However, Utah State is really, really good. Yeah, I mean, this is every 12-5 upset in this bracket is a popular upset to take. But
Julie said pick Gonzaga because Gorgonzola cheese wins all the time.
yeah, we'll cut the cheese. Why not?
Kansas
Fuck.
for sure.
Yeah. Kansas.
Celeste had tweeted that she just learned that McNeese State exists. They're the McNeese State Cowboys. They play in the Southland Conference there in Lake Charles, Louisiana. They went 30-3 this year.
Damn.
And I don't remember if it was Roxy or Al that made the point earlier. Like there are a few of those in this bracket where you look at the record, awfully impressive, but that strength of schedule is, yeah. I mean, you can only play the teams in front of you.
Yeah, but also like Gonzaga only going 25-7 with that type of strength of schedule when like I feel like they've been known to kind of be a beast recently. Like, yeah. I don't know. Just a little odd. Like I feel like if your strength of schedule is that bad, then maybe you should be dominating a little bit more. I think I chose Oregon in this next matchup.
No.
Again, just simply on vibes. 69.
Let's go.
Yeah. This is probably the least popular 11/6 upset to take,
Yeah.
I would say. Also, in keeping with the ass theme here, South Carolina, my
Gamecocks.
favorite
Gamecocks.
my favorite mascot. And because not only are they the Gamecocks, but whereas Ohio State has the one half of the place chanting OH, the other half has IO, and Illinois has ILL, INI. Northwestern has Go U, NU. Not that anyone knows that or cares, but South Carolina, one side says game, and the other
No, they don't even do that anymore. I just went to a game 2 weeks ago. They just say Cox.
they just
just
yell
say-
Cox.
Do Cox, and I'm like, wait a minute. They
Let's
just yelled
go.
Cox. Just lots of Cox yelling.
That's
they
not the only
have,
reason.
like-
That's not the only reason I'm taking South Carolina, but it's
They
the
have
main
like the cockpit for the
Yeah.
students. Cocks
full of
on the
Cox.
hats. It's just all out Cox. Cox. So go Cox.
oh god, I love it so much. This is
Can
the
I
best.
ask how a 10 seed is a play-in game?
It's what they do.
Yeah.
I feel like the lower seeds are typically.
Now they do the 16s and the 10s depending.
Because these were like on the bubble, like very, very on the bubble. They probably could have made it had the like number one seed of the championships won their tournament. They'd just be in.
Yeah, I'm going with Texas.
Sure,
Yeah.
because
Yep.
nobody wants to fucking see Virginia anyway.
No.
I mean, who wants to see that? No one wants to see that.
It could be
Like
Colorado State though.
watching fucking paint dry.
Tennessee.
Yeah, I mean, Tennessee over
chose
St. Pete's.
Tennessee, but yeah, that Cinderella story to beat Purdue just absolutely iconic. I laughed so hard in so many people's faces.
Tennessee's very, very good.
Mhm.
They're also I like their colors personally.
But the
Unrelated. However, the St. Peter's Peacocks, that's a pretty good mascot.
it is a good mascot.
I mean, you could move to a point theoretically in this region where you've got Gamecocks versus Peacocks. You've got
That would be
Cox
awesome.
on Cox on Cox.
Cox on Cox.
Why is that how we were picking our bracket this whole time?
Yeah, I mean, we can only dream. We can only dream, right?
You only have so many cock matchups.
There we got some owls. That's also I don't know. That's a stretch.
Yeah,
It's a stretch.
Yeah, well, something's stretching. Let's see. Where are you, Sam? You're up here. Okay.
Back up
I
to
mean,
Houston, Nebraska.
Yeah, I mean, fucking Houston. That's not
Houston.
even. That's not even close. And then I'm sorry to whoever wins this 12.
It's James
13 matchup
Madison.
here. Sure, it is. Sure, I don't care which it is.
And then James Madison wins there.
Come on, come on,
Get
And
out
then
of
James
here.
Come on.
Madison wins
Come on.
again.
come on.
And they're going all the way.
Hey, I mean, Loyola was what, a 14 seed in the Final Four, so
Right.
hey,
Can happen.
anything's possible.
Anything's possible.
Well-
NC State,
NC State's run continues. Kentucky sucks.
yeah,
Marquette,
I'm just
fine.
gonna let Sam do what he wants.
Watch
Yeah,
how easy
I'm-
this is.
Hey,
NC State, easy.
Oh my God.
no, let's not do that.
And watch this. Utah State, Purdue, right?
Oh boy.
Kansas
oh boy.
lost their
oh
best
boy.
player,
Hang
Gonzaga,
on a minute.
in.
Hang on a minute. I gotta
All right,
go.
wait, now, wait.
I'm not
Now-
signing off
okay.
on this.
Hang on, because I was if you go down here, bottom right, I agree with Utah State beating Purdue,
I do too.
and here's why. Purdue sucks.
They do.
Purdue will never win in this tournament.
They have
I
a
love-
tall guy that will never see the NBA.
He will see the NBA, but I would be fucking shocked if he had any semblance of like an actual representative career in the NBA. He'll make the NBA.
He'll
'Cause
be like
he's-
the Hashim.
he's
Thabit.
like- He's like ostensibly the number one player, or at least for sure the number one big in college basketball. He does not have the game for the NBA. I mean, he's not even Andre Drummond. He's not shit. So somebody's gonna draft him. Somebody's gonna try him out. I think the ceiling for him is Rui Hachimura, who, or rather, Rui's career in the NBA thus far.
Oof.
That's what I think the ceiling for Zach Edey is personally.
Zach Edey's just Taco Fall. at a
I
Big
think
Ten.
I think that Purdue wins one game in this tournament because they're better than they were last year. But they're not winning more than one game in this tournament. I will never pick them to advance to the second weekend. I just won't do it. And if you out there are picking Purdue in the Sweet 16, you only have yourself to blame. It's not my fault. I told you not to do it, and you did it anyway.
Strong feelings.
So Kansas lost Kevin McCullough. He will be out for the tournament. That was
He is
confirmed.
out. He is out.
I have no idea if Hunter Dickinson's
Hunter
even-
Dickinson, they're
anything.
saying maybe could be back. Gonzaga was horribly inconsistent all year, so this is going to come down to which of these teams is, kind of feeling themselves by the time this game rolls around, I think.
It's tough to go against Kansas, but
It is tough to go against Kansas. I'd
I say
probably
Kansas.
take Kansas in that game,
Friends, I
even
gotta-
without.
I hate
I
to
know.
end this on the Gamecocks, but have so much fun.
Say your last pick. Are you going Cox?
Yeah, are you taking the Cox?
Yeah, let's go Cox.
Let's
She's
go,
taking-
Cox.
Let's go Cox.
She's taking the Cox.
Creighton's one of the few
Heard it
teams to
here.
beat UConn this year. but
Heard it here
I'll
first,
take the
folks.
Cox.
Al's
I do
taking the
think
Cox.
Creighton was supposed to be like one of the first number threes to get it a little bit further, but we'll go Cox.
We like the Cox.
Uh,
We like the Cox
Tennessee.
around here.
Tennessee.
Yeah,
I do think
Tennessee's
that'll-
really-
I do think
Tennessee's-
that'll be a good game, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
If that obviously happens.
Two great color schemes. I like both of those shades of orange.
All right.
Tennessee and Texas
So now we have two Final Four teams from last year.
I mean, UConn.
UConn.
I just they're so fucking good. They're so good. This one's tough.
This is
This
a
one
tough one.
really depends on kind of which of these teams catches fire, I think.
And it all decides who comes if somebody doesn't come out of the game fully healthy.
Right, that too.
It does happen in this tournament.
I feel like Auburn, SEC over Mountain West.
My gut does say Auburn too.
Yeah.
I mean, the Aztecs were a Final Four team last year, and I do like
True.
that
Yeah.
mascot name better. However,
But what did they finish in the Mountain West this year? Like third?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, again, Bruce Pearl is one of the best strategic head coaches in college basketball, and you have to think at the end of the day the SEC talent.
Yep.
So Sam's going to do the opposite of what we say. That's cool.
Auburn.
We're gonna soak.
Yeah, soak it.
We're gonna soak it all in.
No,
This will be
Illinois.
the
Illinois
last win. This will be the last win I'll give Illinois.
Hey,
Drake
you said
and
it. I didn't say it.
Yeah,
So
That's
I
it. That's
feel
the last one. Go
I
Iowa
feel
State.
licensed to go ahead and
Phrasing, Sean.
declare that. Illinois, man, they don't play defense, but if they get hot, I mean,
If Shannon gets hot.
we've established Shannon can do anything the fuck he wants against any college basketball team, and I firmly believe that he's better than I even thought at the start of this year. He's really good at basketball. And like I said, Hawkins, I think, is also a surefire NBA prospect if he just kind of gets the mental game a little dialed in. And obviously he's got to put some weight on too, but Illinois doesn't play defense, but I don't know a whole lot about BYU, and I think that Illinois can probably just outscore most of these teams.
We are talking about Iowa State winning, right?
Mm-hmm.
Iowa State.
That's pretty easy.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a fun Iowa State Drake is a fun. I mean, Ames and Des Moines are right next door, so that's a fun. That's a fun rivalry.
That's a fun one.
That's a fun matchup there.
All right. So now we got North Carolina, Michigan State. That's like
North Carolina.
happened a billion times in this tournament.
Yeah. Like
I don't even like the Michigan. I don't even think I'm MSU. No.
Yeah, I mean, I said earlier that Tom Izzo's teams get to the Sweet 16 every year, but I don't think they're beating North Carolina. I think that's too tall of an order for them.
I mean, Grand Canyon continuing their Cinderella story right there.
The Antelopes would get taken out by a Crimson Tide, I think. So
here's the thing:
get the Antelopes out of there.
I think the Antelopes have as good a road as any double-digit seed to advance to the second weekend.
They're 1-0 against the top 25. That means they cannot lose against the top 20.
If Bama's not hitting threes, if Bama's not hitting shots,
you got to go Bama here. You got to go Bama.
Yeah,
I can't. You can't take
2-7 against the top 25. Come on.
Hardest schedule. Look how
schedule.
many points per game. That's insane.
Yeah,
That's probably the highest.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Bama in the first round might put up 120 points.
As much as I've seen the damage that Clemson can do, they are not gonna hold
It's
up.
Baylor. Arizona.
Dayton and Arizona could be a very interesting matchup.
I don't think so.
No.
I think Dayton's out of gas by this point.
Yeah.
I just think it'll be a lot closer than people will think. Arizona, I do think Arizona will win.
Arizona's another one of these schools, to be fair. Like if I was shitting on Purdue, I have to give some of that to Arizona too. That they're another one of these schools that is a high seed every single year and disappoint almost every year.
Mm-hmm.
That one year they won it all, but they're often out before the second weekend. That being said, I can't see them losing a date.
Yeah, I can't either.
Yeah.
All right, where are we going now? All right, so we think Houston's beating James Madison.
Yeah.
I don't think so, but James Madison will only lose to NC State. But I did put Kentucky in here.
Kentucky Marquette, for one thing, depends on if Tyler Kolek is healthy. Kentucky's good.
That's close.
I want Marquette, but Kentucky, that whatever their shot percentage was
Yeah,
was
those shooting numbers, they're
insane.
the best 3-point team in the country. That's
Man,
wild.
that's pretty
See,
insane.
but you know what? The 3-point shot is fickle in this tournament.
Mhm.
It's
True.
teams
You
that
have
live
to be in a
teams
rhythm.
teams that live and die by the three.
Right.
You know, it's either you're hitting them and no one can beat you, or so yeah, that one's rough.
I would put Kentucky just because
I'll probably take Kentucky also.
Yeah, I think Kentucky.
Right.
Marquette has not looked great
Yeah.
these last few weeks, so
Utah State and Kansas.
I hate
Well,
Kansas.
now we
I
know
don't know.
McCullers is out. Let's say Hunter Dickinson's back for this game.
This just shows you how few people have this matchup.
Right.
This is bad. This is bad.
Well, that's because motherfuckers don't have Utah State getting past Purdue, and they're
Purdue, yeah.
wrong. Everyone's wrong. You're gonna
Yeah.
see. You're gonna see. You're gonna see.
I'm gonna do Kansas, but
Not feel good
this-
about it.
no.
TCU is going to be Utah State. We're all going to be fucked.
Yeah, right.
If it happens,
Alright.
you know what though? TCU is also beating Purdue. I don't care. TCU or Utah State.
Purdue
either
could
one
also lose in the first round. Again.
Either
I
one
mean,
is beating Purdue.
it happens. Cox
No,
and Volunteers.
no. Purdue will do one better than they did last year. They'll win the first game. That's it. That's all they're getting.
That's an important phrasing too. Volunteer cock.
Yeah. Yeah, the
Cool.
cocks and the vowels and the cocks.
Volunteer for Cox or Cock
Yep.
Volunteers?
That's great.
I mean, I'd have to take the vowels.
A lot of
I'd
people
have to
have
take-
Yeah,
Tennessee
you gotta
here.
go Tennessee.
I'd have to take the vowels.
I love South Carolina.
Have to.
I love South Carolina, but I
Love
just
the
don't see
cocks.
it.
I love
Yeah.
cocks, but
North Carolina,
You heard
Alabama.
it first. Stoop loves cock.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean North Carolina probably takes Alabama.
This was- yeah, a lot of people have them favored at this point.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, Baylor, Arizona. That'd be a very intriguing. one.
See, and this is where history would tell me to take Baylor
I want
because
Baylor.
Right.
Arizona is Arizona is a perennial disappointment in this tournament.
They're usually a Sweet 16 and out kind of school.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, Baylor.
Yeah,
Agreed.
Baylor. All right.
good old, completely unproblematic, squeaky clean Baylor Bears.
UConn and Auburn.
I mean UConn. I mean
UConn.
What are we doing here? This one.
Okay.
This one is tough. This one's tough, man.
It depends on
Iowa
what
State.
Illinois team shows up.
That's right.
Iowa
That's
State.
And
I
if
think
you have to ask that question, it's not good.
Yep.
I would go Iowa State as well.
While
you-
wearing an
if you have,
Illini
like-
shirt, Illinois,
if you-
Iowa State.
hey, I picked against Northwestern. I have their shit behind me. If like we said, Shannon's gonna get his no matter what. If you've got a combination of any combination of Coleman Hawkins, Luke Goody, and Damask, if any of those guys particularly shows up alongside Shannon, it's tough to pick against Illinois. But I know Iowa State. Iowa State earned the 2 seed for a reason, and yeah, it's probably them. It's probably.
I don't think it's as much on the players as it is on Brad Underwood to not have a freaking stroke in the middle of the game.
Well,
get two technicals. And...
there
Yeah.
is that too.
He likes to
There's-
coach away a game.
Yeah, well, he did a few times this year, I think,
Yep.
including in Evanston, and boy, was that great. Fuck. Oh God, it's like just one of the best moments of my life.
All right. So we got an Elite Eight set up now. We got UConn, Iowa State, Houston, Kentucky, for Kansas, Tennessee, and North Carolina, Baylor.
I mean, I'm riding with UConn. I just think
Yeah.
that they impressed the shit out of me last year, and it's mostly the same team. They're really, really, really good.
This Houston-Kentucky matchup can be a really tricky one.
Yeah. I think that Kentucky's another team that's had their ups and downs as well.
Oh my God! Just look at this though. The points per game for they can light it up, but Houston plays really good defense.
That would be a cool matchup for sure.
It'll be a good matchup if that happens. Yep.
Houston's just got to be able to score. Ooh, I don't know.
I'll go Houston.
I think most people are probably taking Houston in this. I think this is a pretty popular matchup here.
All right. Now we got.
How many years ago was that we had 4 number ones?
That was that 2015.
Is that long ago? Fuck.
Could have been another one more recent, but I believe that was one of the years.
I think you're probably right. I mean, Carolina over Baylor. I don't see. I mean, we've blessed Baylor with this road here.
One of the few teams to beat North Carolina this year.
Boy, is that embarrassing for you. He says as a Northwestern fan.
Hey, they didn't even want to do the NIT. We're so proficient. Okay. Syracuse denied the NIT. They didn't get denied by the NIT. They denied the NIT. Because they didn't want to get embarrassed too. Yeah, North Carolina, Baylor. That's North Carolina, probably.
Yeah.
Is Jim Boeheim still out there picking up male prostitutes, or
no? He was
at the games. Yeah.
He's behind the broadcast booth now.
Yep.
How about that?
In his sweater.
Yeah. Deeply unlikable man.
Yep.
What do you mean?
I'm taking Tennessee. I'm taking Tennessee over Kansas.
Ooh,
they don't have McCullers. Even if Hunter Dickinson's back, he's not 100% at this point. So
the only one seed did not make it. The only one seed did not make it is Purdue.
Yep, that's right.
And they didn't make it out of the round of 64.
That feels right. That feels correct.
So wrong.
Wow.
Feels correct.
Wow.
That is absolutely correct. Purdue is not a Sweet 16 team. They won't do it. They just won't.
So I want UConn. You guys fight amongst yourselves.
Yeah, I mean, I've picked UConn in each of my brackets. They impressed the shit out of me. I'm taking UConn. The other one's tough. I've watched a little bit of Tennessee, and I've watched 0 Houston basketball. So I'm biased in that regard because I would probably lean Tennessee.
I think I would put Houston in there just because I think Celeste and the other participants chose Houston. So I think putting them in might be appropriate.
I think that also the Big 12 is better competition than the SEC.
Yeah.
Wait.
I think the Big 12 is.
Oh, it only let me do 3 digits. That's
Big 12 is probably the preeminent basketball conference.
I wanted to do 69
420 points total.
Yeah, it's for the bit. I was gonna do 69 420, but it only let you do 3 digits. 69
would be better than a 420.
It's a hell of a low scoring game.
Defense wins games, baby.
Do you have a total that you've punched into your 15 fucking brackets, Aaron?
185.
Is that just your tried and true number every time?
185. I don't know.
85. Really?
185.
I mean,
185.
That's pretty high.
We'll see. You know what's the problem is? I've watched probably 90% women's games this year, and the women's games are getting up to like 90 to 100 points every freaking game.
Well, they're scoring because they're all shooting so many threes.
Yes.
And they're all really good at it.
Yeah. So that 185 might be high, but I feel like for the NCAA tournaments, you get these crazy buzzer beaters. You get all these crazy I don't remember
you get the fouling at the end, and that adds to the total.
If you remember Wisconsin back in like 2015, 16, they scored like 10 points in 8 seconds or something like that. So the scores at the end do kind of run up, but
this is kind of like one of the like a 68 to 66 final.
true. It could be.
Just
I would
because
say
these
closer
two
to like
teams are
a
pretty good defensively.
closer to like a 130 then 135.
Well, so what Sam is saying is typically my mentality is like the Super Bowl. The championship, I think, ends up being lower scoring than you expect a lot of the time.
Yeah.
The number that I've gone with in each of my brackets has been 151.
151. All right, let's do it.
150.
Sure. Because I
Nice round number.
although that might be low for UConn Houston now that I'm thinking about it.
Don't let me change your mind.
And then who are we picking?
No, you're affecting my decision, but also just thinking about UConn Houston, I mean,
Points per game, 80 plus 70. I'm not good at math, but that sounds like it's close to 150.
yeah. It depends on if it's close or not, right? Because if it's close, the total
let's
goes.
leave it at that 150.
That's fine.
All right, who wins, Houston or UConn?
I think Sam is the decision because
Yeah.
Stoop and I both picked
Sam, you have to
UConn.
decide.
It's James Madison.
You can, I was gonna say, you can do the funniest thing and just click
Let's just
Purdue.
go back through everything and just
Purdue.
refix this. Right?
Purdue.
UConn's not repeating. No chance.
UConn's not repeating.
Nope, no chance.
You heard it here first on the ass.
Houston sure ain't shit gonna win, but UConn won't win either. This is Grand Canyon University's tournament to lose.
Did you get your online degree from GS like Grand
GCU?
Canyon?
Yeah.
Degree.
I'm so glad you said that. Sam, did you know GCU is like being sued by the Department of Education for being
good at basketball? Yeah.
lying about the cost of their tuition? Like GCU is like a for-profit, like a Saint
It's a
Xavier.
what is it? A degree mill? Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a DeVry. Like they have like the largest enrollment in the country.
Yep.
GCU.
I got dope commercials. They make me want to go to school.
All right. Well, let's submit that thing.
Yeah,
all right.
man.
The collective as bracket. I don't want that to be the name of it.
Let's do Asscocks.
Asscocks. Yeah, but we didn't pick the Cox to win.
We didn't. We didn't pick a lot of them though.
No, I don't want
fraudulent.
Prizes.
Yeah, we were playing for prizes here.
Oh, cool.
You have to split this. The fuck is that? Nissan
car?
SUV.
Nissan Rogue.
Nissan Rogue. Yeah, you have to split your 2024 Nissan Rogue with me. Went and
So
saw that at the auto show. It wasn't bad.
Can people like if there's 3 people watching right now, can they go in and play against Asscock?
We posted the link to our pool on
there
Twitter.
Are 13 other brackets in here.
Cool.
So
I'll
touch
join.
grass, toss salad, make a bracket.
Nice.
Oh,
There you
we've got
go.
a few people in here.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
doxing some people. It's okay.
Yeah. Because you can't change the name on there apparently.
Yeah, I don't like that. Well, thank you guys for letting me join.
Thank you so much for
Yeah,
joining
thanks
us, Aaron.
for
This was
coming
a
on.
blast, and it felt really great to have an expert such as yourself on the board.
See, now you're just I can't take my expertise and oh my god, he's breaking things on the ass set. No, I'm not an expert. But
Hey,
He's been
neither are
called
we.
an asset once or twice. Thank you so much, Aaron.
Can't wait to just watch the bracket break when Purdue
watch
goes all the way.
watch us be perfectly
No.
exactly wrong
Yep.
on every single pick.
Yep.
And meanwhile, there's some fucker out there who had their kid throw darts, and they're gonna be 100%.
UConn and Houston, you're going out round 1.
That's right.
There you go.
That's right. Yeah, and Purdue all the way. You heard it
Purdue's
here.
gonna
You
win
heard
it
it here. You heard it here first, folks.
All right, I'm out. See you guys.
Thank you, man.
Bye,
Appreciate
thank
it.
you. All right, so we pulling our cocks out, or what happens now?
And I mean,
We get demonetized for that? Wait, we're not monetized anyway. So what's
no, but we could be
we could be what?
monetized if people just, did what that ticker down there says.
Yeah, like and subscribe. We're gonna do more things. We've got Asscast on Thursday.
Which
That'll
will be
be
very baseball heavy.
It'll be very baseball heavy because baseball's coming, whether you like it or not.
Balls are coming.
Yeah, we're gonna do Asscast Thursday. We're gonna do let's see, we got a word. We don't have talking out our ass this wait,
Today.
when do we we don't have talking out our ass today. We did this instead. A week from today, we do have talking out our ass with a very, very special guest. And Lord knows the topic he'll bring to us.
Oh boy.
I should probably tell him the premise of the show before we have him on.
It's all right. I'll figure it out. as we go.
Let's see. We've got the polls in the 108 tournament are closed, so I don't feel any need
They
to
are.
plug anybody anymore. Which is great because I didn't want to do that anyway. Sam, you got holes to plug or what?
I mean, just go check out our website, allsportsy.com. We got a bunch of stuff on there. We will be, like Stu said, back next Tuesday. We're talking our ass. This Thursday will be a very, very heavy baseball/White Sox show if you're into that sort of shit. It won't be boring like the other ones are. We're not going to actually give a shit. But we will have some superlatives, some guess the player, a lot of goofy stuff I got planned for Thursday's show. So don't forget to tune in for that. Will be a lot of fun. So, no worries, Andy. Thank you for coming in late, buddy. Appreciate it.
Hey, that's why it's on YouTube. You can rewind and watch the whole shit show.
Exactly. As soon as it's over, you can watch it again if you want to. I don't know why you would, but people are crazy. But yeah, other than that, we don't have anything else planned at the moment. So see you guys on Thursday for Asscasts. So
All right.
goodbye.
Great.
Go team. Go Gamecocks.